I seen this more than just like coming and like doing an interview with my friends, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. I seen this like one as an opportunity, but two, I seen this as a space where it's like I ain't never come on a platform and like do a freestyle or nothing. So it's like before I get to Rap Radar, before I'm on Sway in the morning, like I wanna come to my nigga spaces first, bro. So that's why I came here first. And it's like I watched the podcast, I see like the setup and everything. So I'm like, bro, this is the perfect spot for like if you wanna come and have a great conversation and let motherfuckers know how you feeling about your craft, just bro, play the beat.
Take beat.
I hope the water ain't fucking me up. I appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir, man. First one.
Risky Business Podcast, you feel me?
We here.
From the top like a RKO. It's funny how your villains turn to bros when you get to killing and heroes end up turning to your foes. And I'm better than all these niggas saying that they cold, cause I took a look in that water and didn't see no one float. The glass half full in my right hand, just pouring out my soul with these flows that I'm writing. I'm just getting started, I'm just getting better, I'm just getting lit. You like me now, but I swear to you I'm better than this. I'm better when pissed and charged on my competitiveness. Competitive split from me once my resonance hit. He taught like a God, little nigga, but he gon' say a prayer. My nigga, I swear, he really not as good as he jogging. I don't gotta bargain with niggas who do nothing important. I came and distorted the game, now I'm trying to extort it. The goal is to Forbes like Opie, but I don't gotta force it. Just keep reinforcing my reign till they call reinforcements. I tried to tell him that most of what you hearing in they rhymes about nothing, and shit get a little deeper when you find out they bluffing. And all them talks about percussion is just your music consumption. I'm moving through that assumption that I'm not the best. They taking shots up at the door like I'm not a vet, like I ain't came with a vest or a tech. Let it bang, get him stretched. Got his main chick obsessed, cause she came, see I'm blessed. Now I'm king in the west, never mid with a verse. I describe all the things on my mind, catch a float, then I serve. People know the name of Sama, never ask me what it means. Please don't label me a rapper, more a poet with a dream. Way I'm flowing in my scheme, how I put together words. When I go and hit the stage, make the people go absurd. I just want a little credit for the times I didn't purge. When I really want to kill, but I didn't feed my it's big C to the W. The safety got depleted when I pulled out the double move. I had the coaches screaming like, hey yo, what's up with you? My ego like he good, but he cannot fuck with you. Let's treat it like judo. My adolescent form is more like Cejudo. Been out of my noodles since I can go and whip up some ramen. These words that I'm rhyming, not classic, more like genre defining. Can tell they relying on me just to stop or get trying. I came in and left in return, feeling like the Messiah, the king of my city, the sire. Do it all like MacGyver, a Duga Baliga. Means I'm way too good at this shit, but a Suga Baliga means I wish he would in this bitch. And I can switch it up and talk in tongues and prophesize my runs and use your ear canals like kicking scenes and use you like a sponge. But I'd rather tell these niggas simply that they done once I drop the mixtape and then I drop the next one. It's the Risky Business Podcast, man. I had to come in here and drop the first freestyle on the Risky Business Podcast. So if you're gonna come on the Risky Business Podcast, you gotta really come with it. You feel me?
Okay.
We in here.
This where we at. You feel me? This where we at. I had to give a shout out to Chase, my dog Los.
Come on, man.
Put that out there. That'll be on my tape coming up, but we'll talk about all that.
Okay.
That was fire, bro.
That shit was amazing,
sir.
bro.
I had to do something, bro. I told you I was coming prepared. That's why I picked the beat. I picked the song. I could have came in here with a lot of different things, but that's why it's from the top like an RKO, because we started from the top with it.
Okay.
You feel me? By the end, they gonna feel everything that come with it.
Tight beat. Right. I just want to start this episode off, man. It is March 12th. My brother that passed away, his birthday today. I put a lot, and rest in peace to my brother. I put a lot in the beginning. I still do to this day, but I really wanted to, let people really feel like they was he was a part of what this is, everything that Risky Business is doing right now. You know what I'm saying? What I'm putting on for. I want my brother to never be forgotten. So I just want to, a little moment of silence for my brother that passed away. Rest in peace, Vic.
I am Chasing Summer. That is my host, my brother.
Yes, Sarsky, man.
Los, Worldwide Los, Oso Loso in the building.
Going crazy.
You know it. And, of course, we got
Oh, I did never introduce myself, huh?
So it's perfect timing.
My name is Joseph. The name I was given from my parents is Joseph. Joseph Spicer. I have a really good name. So I like always saying that first because that's who I am.
Yes.
The character or the persona that I created and manifested out of my ego is Cuu Josama. Cuu Josama the Dalai Lama.
I was about to say, don't mess with it.
Yeah. Cuu Josama the Dalai Lama. Talk to me nice the same way you talk to your mama.
Exactly.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, of course, of course.
It's all together like a tripod quest.
Yep.
Real shit, man. Tell us how you feeling today, man.
Bro, I'm blessed, bro. I've been praying. I don't know. Life ain't perfect, bro, but I'm blessed, bro. I can't complain. I'm
Type.
I'm blessed. How about y'all, bro? How are you feeling?
I'm doing great, brother. Glad to be alive. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? And then
Every day I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling like, you know what I'm saying, $1 million. I just need it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
No cap.
That
Gotta
makes
feel
sense.
it first, see it first. Then it shall be manifest into the physical. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, man. Well, shit, we almost done with the first quarter of the year, man. How you feel? I mean, you feel like you accomplished a lot in the first quarter. We got 3 more quarters left. How you feeling?
I mean, this quarter cool, bro. It's slow, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I was just talking to my man about this morning. I was like, bro, I'm ready for April. I'm like, cause that's when I started like cracking on like all the stuff I've been working on type thing. Like this month for me is one, because I want to use this as a part of everything I'm doing moving forward. Because I've been working on this tape. As you see, like I changed my profile picture to what that is. So I made that, put that up. You know, I wanted to start my promo run in a very cool and dramatic way. Because going from this month to April and then to June and throughout the rest of the year, we got some dope stuff coming. April is the big first thing where I'm working with Mike. I'm working with Mike Logan actually, and we came together to put together.
Shout out Mike Logan.
Man, shout out my dog Mike.
Hilarious,
bro. That's my dog, bro.
Hilarious.
Like Mike. I didn't talk to Mike. Everything, bro. Mike is like Mike the truth, bro. We came up with it because I always had this idea, but I didn't know how to do it. And then he came to me and was like, "You want to combine poetry with comedy type thing?" Because
that's fire.
Because what I would have done was I like kind of like separating things in a way. So like. The goal for the haiku is to move only to poetry and then like have the Cuu section for music only. And then another thing that I was like working on that nobody ever really knew unless you was like a comic was like I was always like trying to like put together a comedy show. Like how you see like Shaq and
the All-Star
show.
Yeah, like All-Stars. You know what I'm
hilarious.
Like
Oh man.
I always wanted to like do one of those too. Like, I don't know. I like coordinated events, so you know we came together with that. That's on April 25th. The tickets are actually on sale.
Where is it at?
It's on Eventbrite. I have to.
No, I'm saying where is the event?
Oh, the event is at 106 Gallery.
Oh, nice.
So it's actually at the place where before the trauma. Or no, it's not at 106. I'm tripping.
All artworks?
No, all artworks.
Yep.
That's where it's at. It's at all artworks. So it's at the place, and that's why I got mixed. It's at the place where before the Trauma Project was showcased inside of 106, it was showcased on all artworks with a guy named John.
Yep, John. Shout out John.
Shout out John.
Yeah, shout out to all artworks. And John, I ain't even gonna say nothing because I might use that. I'm gonna talk to John. I'll be sending you a text after this podcast about some work. But yeah, so we got that on April 25th. I'm really excited about that. June, or I'm skipping May. May, I'm working on something right now. I can talk about it because it's still an idea, but so you know, Hispanic culture they have Cinco de Mayo, right? Day of the Dead. So what I was sitting there, I was like, man, what's up with a day of life? You know what I mean? Like, what's up with like? I'm like, I need something for like us. You know what I mean? Like, what's our thing? You know what I mean? Everybody got their thing, and they always leave us out. I'm like, You know what I mean? I'm like, so what can I make? And I came up with this idea to create and I want to make it a real holiday. I want to sin and make a holiday. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't supposed to, but I want to sin and make a holiday called Dia de la Vida, meaning the day of life, on every May 6th. And the funny thing about this one is this year it will be on a Tuesday. So I'm like, how cool would it be if black people took over Taco Tuesday?
I knew you was going to say that.
How cool would that be? You know?
Yes.
So, bro, what? My bro, we whip up tacos and everything else like everybody else, bro. Give us the season and everything else.
No, we don't do it like everybody else, though.
We don't do it like everybody else. We do good enough. We do it like us, and that's all that matters. They not like us. We don't got to be like them. They got to be like us.
Okay.
You know? So, that's one of the things I think about for May. June would be another HaiCuu. And some other stuff I'm working on, but the main thing is April, the High Comedy Experience, where the tickets are on Eventbrite. They're live right now. We'll find a way to get y'all a link to that in the description.
We're gonna have it in the description. I mean, you mentioned the HaiCuu for the people who ain't never been to one. I mean, even for the people who've been to one, kind of explain
Well, let's pause real quick because we missed kind of our. And the first thing that we always do is have the person define themselves. So I just real quick
take it back.
Define yourself, and then because that was literally gonna be my next thing too.
I think that intro before the rap was a good.
It was definitely, but he does so much. I feel like we should definitely highlight all his contributions and what he does, so people really know.
Rewind it. Let's rewind it.
Well, when you say define yourself, like what do you mean by that?
Like who you are and what do you do? Like if somebody can say, who is Cuu Josama, the Dalai Lama? Clearly, we know you rap. You kind of got into the events, but what else is there about you that people may not know about you? What do you see yourself as? What you're here on this planet for?
A fisherman. That's what God told me. And that was a conversation I had like years ago, where I won't get into the story because we'll be here. But a fisherman. If the first thing I want people to define me as when they see me, I want people to know when they look at me like, okay, bro not only believe he God, he knows the existence of God is real. You know what I mean? That's the first thing I want people to know. I don't care if you think I'm rich or poor or whatever. Everybody got an opinion. I want people to know that I do serve the Lord. I do believe in the Messiah. Some people call him Jesus. Some people call him Yeshua. The name's all the same, though. Whether you say Jesus, it don't matter. Name's all the same. I do believe in the Messiah. I do believe in Yeshua. And I believe in the story and the works that he did. And I try to do those works to the best of my ability. Confident and brave.
I can attest.
The confident part oozes, but there's part. But sometimes like because I'm so professional, y'all don't know everything that like I really be like going through sometimes. Like during shows, like I had to stop a fight over here, or I had to like talk to somebody over
that's
here.
That's part of running this shit.
Show.
Oh yeah.
Be like you just see me pop up like, oh, everything cool.
Oh yeah.
I
don't been.
I already know. Yeah. We in the same. Yeah, we in the same word.
Yeah.
But yeah, the confidence part oozes. But sometimes that confidence is false bravado. Because I'm a person where when I'm scared, I swing. Like I learned. So when I get too scared, I just fight. Like I just do something because like at some point something gotta happen and I can deal with the result, or I can deal with facing the problem and taking the L than like being overcame by it. So the confidence part. sometimes I'm confident. Sometimes I'm like really confident. Like sometimes, like when Roger's saying here, like I was cracking jokes, but I'm like, you breathing like you the one that got rapped. Where it's like I'm really nervous. Like, okay, no, I can't mess this up right now.
I gotta do that breath work.
One take, gotta go. So, but I do present that because my favorite quote is like, I ain't no better than nobody. I'm like, I'll tell you I'm better than you, but like, when we come like down to like the basic things of like human beings, like I ain't no better than you.
Nope.
You still got the same. You got a different gift. You got a unique gift. Whatever it is for you, I ain't no better than nobody type thing. I make mistakes and seem like everybody else. But confidence is the one thing, but bravery, because the one thing everybody talk about, like when you read the Bible or you read a religious text, they tell you a lot of things that God don't like. The thing I learned that God hates more than a coward. I can't and I can't stand a coward. So like bravery and courage is something that I also like giving to people, because it's like it's okay to be scared, but be brave enough to like face it on if you have to.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And that's the one thing it's saying in Revelations, like before it starts telling like the adulterers, the murderers, the pedophiles, it says the cowardice. Then it says I don't like a coward more than I don't like them though. So damn. I try to that bravery, and if you know this quote, if he is with us, who can be against us?
At all times.
So I'm very God. I try to let God lead my steps type thing. I create a plan, but I try to let God order my steps. I am not perfect. I be showing my ass sometime. You feel me? I be showing my ass sometime, but I am a person where I am very accountable to. Like I know when I'm wrong sometimes. I apologize about it, you know what I mean? But sometimes I felt like my back was against the wall and I swung and somebody got hit. You know what I mean? I apologize about it later. If you need to get your lick back, go ahead. Take both cheeks, you feel me?
Type.
Pause. It's pause.
Whoa.
I mean, bro.
We gonna have to edit that.
No, we ain't gotta edit nothing, bro. Because
crazy.
Hey, bro, if the Messiah said take the one cheek and take the other, bro, look.
We good.
I'm rocking with the Messiah, brother. Wow. I'm rocking with the Messiah, brother.
Tell him stop living in the physical world.
The joke, the joke is what's gonna make it sit though. The joke is what's gonna make it hit.
Take both cheeks if you
take both cheeks. The joke gonna make it hit. Look.
Don't say that in front of Diddy.
Man, Diddy ain't got to worry about saying nothing in front of me.
He said, come get all down.
Diddy finna be saying whatever he got to say in hell.
No rap.
All right, well, now.
But that's how I define myself.
Got you.
Okay.
So now HaiCuu.
Yes,
that's what a lot of people definitely know you for, is the HaiCuu. Where did the idea come from? How was that seed planted? How was that first seed planted? And what has it grown to? And where are you hoping it grows to from here?
So I guess I'll start from the beginning, where it started from. So it started from, I had this idea for like ever type thing. I had the idea forever. Cause I always watched Def Poetry Jam. Man. I always watched Def Poetry Jam, but I love comedy type thing. Like outside of
did the name come first or did the event come first?
It is. I just sidebar. It's so perfect how that works out though. Because HaiCuu is a real thing, and then but your name being Cuu the way it fits so perfectly.
My name came first. So I went through plethora of trash rap names like everybody else. So when I was a kid, when I wanted to rap, so like I always wanted to rap since I was a kid, but I did not talk like this or sound like, I always talk eloquently, but I had a horrible ass lisp. You can kind of hear it a little bit when I speak, but I had a really bad lisp when I was a kid, where I had, going through speech therapies and stuff when I was a kid. And I also had a really high pitched voice. So like my uncles and them, they'll call me Elmo or they'll call me Tyson. Because for real, bro, because I was always fighting. Like I fought on the first day of school all the way up into 5th grade.
Elmo Tyson is crazy.
Elmo Tyson crazy.
Bro, like, because I had a little voice. I had a lisp, but I was like whooping people. Like that's how some people know me outside of this stuff. Is like the journey before I became this person, it was like, bro, I all that talking, bro, I can do it. But like when I get to talking, I'm one of them people like, nah, allow this person in the room, mess around and clear it out type thing. So, but I was always fighting. Like I was always fighting because I didn't have like a deep voice. I remember the best way I describe it is like, think Kevin Hart from Soul Plane, and then think Kevin Hart now. That's what it was, but it was worse. Like my voice was higher than that type thing. So think Lil Kev before he was Kevin Hart, when he was Lil Kev. Think Lil Kev voice, and then think how his voice sounds now. So, you know, I didn't have the voice to make. I didn't feel like I had the voice. The person that gave me the confidence, I remember when Childish Gambino came out with Freaks and Geeks.
All right, let's rewind it. It's gonna come around.
It's gonna all come around. It's all stringing together.
Okay, I got you.
So, because this goes to how my name came. So I had a bunch of trash names. The person that gave me confidence to actually rap, because I was always writing raps and stuff like that, but I wouldn't rap out loud unless it was like with my niggas in private, because you know I ain't got time for niggas judging me. And it's like I got the little ass voice, and it's like it's not like I'm not living this like super crazy lifestyle, but I'm also not like I'm living a certain life where I am doing certain stuff and like being mischievous. You know what I mean? But I got this little ass voice. You know what I'm saying? So I always looked at it from perspective like, who the fuck want to hear this little ass voice? Like, yeah, I want to hear no bang bang shoot up for this little ass voice, you know? So I didn't. For real. So I didn't rap. But when I heard Childish Gambino with Freaks and Geeks, I was like, boom. So my first rap name was Shawty Dreads. Like Shawty Low, it was Shawty Dreads. I was Shawty Dreads, and I was turned up with my dog HB. After Shawty Dreads, it was Nova. Because I love the word Nova, because it just mean hot, like fire, which was trash. Then I had another trash name, which was the Spice God, because of my last name. People like that one. I thought it was trash, so I scrapped that. Scrapped that one.
Spice God do sound like a Wu-Tang.
Oh, but then I made a worse one. This one is really a Wu-Tang one. It was Zexy Wanderer. So my email. So my email where it says Zexy Wanderer, I broke down what the Z mean, what the E mean, what that. It was super trash. That's why it's my email. But then I came up with Cuu Josama. I came up with Cuu because I love Dragon Ball Z. And my favorite character in Dragon Ball Z was Kid Buu. When Kid Buu popped on the scene,
you know shit was going.
Bruh, he was tearing shit up. Like he was just
everything.
A problem,
tight.
Definitely was.
Like when
the first YN.
Bro, first YN, bro. Like
the first
when
one.
he like, bro, the way he did Vegeta was when I was like, bro, he different, bro. So
that's real though.
Like,
that's
and
dope.
they wouldn't have beat him without Dragon Balls. You know what I'm saying? And he's not even stronger than Super Buu. So I'm like, I love the Buu, but I'm like, okay. And I like watching old movies. So I'm like, how can I like flip this type thing? So I watched the movie Cujo. So I watched Cujo cause like, you know, we come from a place where like, bro got that dog in him. Like you either got that dog or you don't type thing. Bro, a dog, you know, we always had that. So I'm like, okay. Boom. If I take the B and I put a C, that's cool. All right, boom, my name Joe. Cujo. But I'm like, I still want to be attached to the anime type thing. Like I still want to be attached to the anime. And I found the word Sama. So the word Sama, if you watch anime, you know Sama means like senpai, master. You know what I'm saying? So I put it all together. And that's why when I spell it, I put the J and the S capital too, because it's my first and my last name.
All right.
Joseph
Fire.
Fire. Then the etymology part where I was nerding out was, since there are no J's in old alphabet and there's just Y's, and technically there's no O's, so it's just Yosama, and that's just basically saying like yo master. So if you put the last part like how your last name like Spicer, then you know Joseph, like my name. If you did it like okay Josama Cuu, it's like yo master Cuu type thing.
That's fire.
So I did all of that to come up with the name. So I came up with the name first. The HaiCuu came from I wrote poetry when I was a kid. This part is easier. Like this part is a very simple story. I wrote poetry as a kid growing up always, and it wasn't my favorite. It wasn't never my favorite style. Like writing haiku poetry was not my favorite style. I just thought it was the coolest name, and it was like simple because it's only like you can only use 17 syllables. So and it was like the way you gotta do it. It was like you gotta you know what I mean? So I took that. I'm like, well, it's gonna be poetry. I can put my name with that part, how it is perfect. In the beginning. Boom. And then the thing I wanted to give off the most was not just like a show, but like that's why I got experience. You don't just come here and, oh yeah, we just gonna watch the poetry.
No, it's an experience.
You gonna come here, you gonna cry with the people that's doing the poetry. They might come up there, have poetry, not even do the poetry. Just I need to talk. You know what I mean? Like I want to create an experience for people that just needed a space to feel love. Because I created it from a place where I was with T-Lin and them. So before I was on my own and stuff, the person that like really, when I said I wanted to make music, the person that gave me everything from the top, T-Lin. T-Lin gave me, bro.
Shout out T-Lin, 616 Records.
Bro, T-Lin gave me a laptop, a microphone, he made the mic cover condenser thing. He made one of them, bro. Bro, what? Cut a hole in something, bro. Made a whole condenser, bro. I was recording. The laptop that I ended up having to return to him, there's like 150 songs on there that I don't even have. Like I record like 150, bro. I was recording every day. Like I was going crazy.
Cooking.
But I would go out with them and like perform and stuff like that. And like I always dealt with motherfuckers show me a lot of love in private. But then, like, we out, motherfuckers, like, acting a certain way.
Y'all gotta stop doing that, bro.
Yeah.
But that's why you gotta stop doing that, bro.
So that's why when I'm out, I act a certain way. It's like, nah, because you told me I was the best when it was just us.
And in the DM.
You feel me? When it was just us, you know you can't fuck with me. When we were just talking about everybody, like, collectively, we know who can fuck with who cold, who not. But then when we get out, it's like, oh, I don't know. How the fuck you don't know now? Oh, you just got amnesia about who really cold and who not.
Hey.
So then now, when I start fucking flexing my muscles, I'm an asshole. But it's like, nah, like, I create the haiku because of that, though. Like, people would show people a lot of love behind the scenes, but they won't
do it in
put
person.
them out there. And when I was, for real, like, that's how, bro, I met Jamon through the haiku. Like, that's how we met.
Shout out my bro, Jamon.
Shout out Jamon.
Bro, shout out my dog type thing. Like, I met Jamon through the haiku because I was just scoping for artists. Like I was like,
how long has the haiku been happening now? How many years has it been?
So it started right before the pandemic. So the first time it was.
Remember the first one I went to?
The
one you was throwing events young,
bro. When I moved, I moved. I was 20. I was 22. I was 22 when I started it. Or no, I was 21. I was like 20. I was 20 or 21 when I started it. And it was with Venus Flytrap and the Free Alchemy.
Venus Flytrap.
So I would do it in the Free Alchemy studio. Like what? Pull up, pay the little fee, go up in there. My dog Sean, my brother, his family ran the Gillespie Funeral Home. So before it got sold off and everything, what we'll do is, cause we ain't finna pay for chairs and shit. So we'll pull up, hit up Uncle Dooney. Shout out my Uncle Dooney.
Shout out Unc.
You feel me? We hit up Dooney. We be like, hey, we need some chairs. He'd be like, how many y'all need? He'd be like, we need like 60. So we'll go, cause this one bro had the Nissan from Gma. We'll pull up with the Nissan, boom. Grab the chairs. We'll grab 60 chairs, wooden chairs, bro. Wipe them all, put them in the back of the Nissan, load them all up, take them upstairs. And the first one, we sold out the room. Like, we got 60 seats. We sold that bitch out. So we was like, ooh, shit. The second one, we didn't sell it out, but we did good. And then the third one we did in there, it wasn't great, but I'm all for, like, who's there. I treat one like 100. So it was only...
You got to.
Yeah, like, why not? You know?
Got to.
They paid.
For sure.
You paid. I don't care if you know who didn't pay type thing. So it started there with Venus at the Free Alchemy studio. From there, I was going through a whole lot of stuff at home with my mom. I was young, you feel me? I was going through everything. But, like, I also wasn't even in a position to get myself like stable, ultimately. So it's like not only am I like not in a position like to get it cracking the way I want to, it's like I don't got the support system to do it. You know what I mean? So it's like I was in a position where I had to go somewhere. Like I was staying with my friends and stuff at the time, you know. So it's like I had to go. So I moved with my dad. When I moved with my dad to Mississippi, this is the first. So this is when I experienced true freedom.
What year was Mississippi?
This is 2000. This is during COVID. This is right.
Oh,
with
okay,
COVID.
gotcha.
This is COVID. Like all of this is happening
damn.
through COVID, bro. I'm kicked out my mom's house, nigga. Like it's going down, bro.
Type.
Like it's going down. So I ended up. My dad had to give me a ticket. I got my stuff. Boom, I moved my dad. You know what I'm saying? So I moved my pop, and this is when, as an adult, I experienced freedom, and it made me realize, like, damn, niggas not free. Because I went with my dad, and I was just able to think. Like, that's when I realized I was never able to think. Like, I never was able to sit down, come up with a plan, think for myself, and really, like, coordinate something that can benefit me. Because I'm so worried about what I'm going to eat, where I'm going to sleep, what's my next dollar. Because I'm a person, bro, like working job, bro, that shit hard for me. Like working at a place long term, like when people work at jobs, bro, I be like, bro, you are so amazing. I'm like, because I always tip the table, like in places. Like I don't know how not to, you know. So, but I got to sit down with my dad. My stimulus hit. You feel me? You niggas get the stimulus. I ended up not doing my taxes around that time. I didn't do my taxes that whole year, and the year before. So my dad was like, "You can do your taxes." I did my taxes. So I was up in Mississippi for my little 6 months, bro.
Little banjos,
bro, and I didn't have to spend $1 for nothing. Like my dad a blind man, bro. My dad don't need a car. My dad got a rental for me so I can ride around.
Wow.
Like, and I wasn't even doing nothing, but just going down 55. You feel me? Going down 55, going to Piccadilly. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, going to little clubs, stuff like that. Like, but I got to think in that time. That's when I really, because I left the HaiCuu. I came there with my dad, and I got to really think about how I wanted to do it when I came back. Then that's when I came back. That's when you seen it at Art Rat type thing. So that's when it was at Art Rat. So for some people, that was their first time. But for the other people that was there before that, they knew it was a thing I did right before the pandemic type thing. So boom, I brought it back. And from there, shit, I just trying to like do better and better. Ultimately, I just try to make it a better experience each time.
Type. Yeah. I always tell people, because I moved to Vegas for a while, and I've yet to bump into somebody who, speak the way you do on leaving the state, bro. Getting a different set of life, you know what I'm saying? Different set of neighbors, different set of laws, different set of principles. Like, speak on that unlocking.
Bro, we behind.
The chess.
We're behind as fuck. So like, bro, it's a few things. So like, and this ain't no knock to nobody, but like, so one, my mom and my dad are not from here, like at all. My dad moved up here when he was damn near 30 years old. He was like my age now when he moved up here. And my mom's from Erie, Pennsylvania. She moved up here when she was a kid, but she grew up, her childhood was in Erie, Pennsylvania. So my mom knows about taking the trains to go in the, like all that. My dad from the Delta, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's certain things that like I seen through my family and other places. So like the toughest, and this is gonna sound, and niggas gonna try to beat me up, and I don't care. I can fight good, and we can go wherever. But the toughest person I seen here ain't tougher than the toughest person I knew in Erie, Pennsylvania. Cause it's like your circumstances ain't even that bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you really, like my man's was telling me a story about how when they went to Vegas, you can't wear a Dickie suit, and if you look like, you can be black. Our man's look Dominican or Cuban. He wore just a khaki Dickie suit. You can't just wear that in Vegas, bro.
Try to be on
you will get killed, bro. Like they, cause it's a whole different culture. It's a whole different gang thing. It's a whole different environment. Like little stuff like taxes in Pennsylvania is there's no tax on goods. There's tax on food. So like shoes, if the shoes $109.99, the shoes $109.99. The TV $200, the TV $200. Their taxes is on a food type thing. So like living in Mississippi, you can't buy liquor after Wednesday or Thursday or something like that. Ain't no go to the liquor store. So like, and we super illegal. So like, it put me back in that 2016 field when the weed was illegal and you could only find the gas type thing. You know what I'm saying? But the whole way of life, like the mute, bro. So like up here, bro, if you went down south, bro, Boosie is a fucking god, nigga. Yeah. Boosie is a god, bro. I start loving Boosie. Bro, cause I'm a northerner at the end of the day. So like I hear it and I'm like, man, like Boosie is straight. I'm like, bro, what?
That man still doing shows, selling out like crazy.
Boosie is a god down south, bro. The music on a radio is like is more current. It's better. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you, cause my sister moved to North Carolina too, so I've been to North Carolina too, like periods of time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like different. When you go different places, you see life differently. But like when you just go on a trip. And I guess this is what it is too. When you go somewhere, just going on a trip is not going to give you the true perspective of the way of life that you are somewhere else. You got to at least go for. You at least got to go into the point where you like, damn, I forgot I was supposed to come back. That's when that's at least a month.
At least
give yourself 3 weeks to go somewhere like for real and experience life like. And live like a local. Like, don't try to act like you somebody like bigger because you're gonna mess around and put yourself in a situation. Because when you like, even in Florida, we went to Florida for a week. Like, even in that week, it's like, bro, the way of life is so different. And people, when you live in a small city, you get caught. And this even go to another perspective I had. And I was saying this, because we have a lot of like Division II and like semi-pro shit, it's a lot of Division II semi-pro mentalities here. Like,
no cap.
It's like a thing where it's like, it's not even, it's like Jesus said, like, you can't punish them because it ain't really their fault. They don't know what they doing. Like, they don't really know that they got a small mindset. They never left. Like, they thought going to the D was it. Like
that's like cap, that's like when they say it's people from Compton, they ain't never been to the beach.
You
like,
feel me?
No
like,
cap,
bro, like you ain't live nowhere. Cause I mean, everybody don't hoop, but you ain't live nowhere unless you went somewhere and y'all was like, all right, bro, we finna go hit the park. If you ain't went nowhere hoop with some niggas and made friends, bro, you ain't been out there, bro. You wasn't trying. Bro, go hoop with niggas, bro. Go hoop. Niggas on the
beach.
On
them courts.
For real, bro. Go hoop, bro. Go. You see them playing football in the sand, bro. Go lock in with them, bro. Go do what they do. Find out they things, bro. If they like skee ball, go. But, like, find it out. Because, like, when you go different places, you find out, like, some of the shit that y'all think where you at is so outdated. Like, you talk to somebody from Florida, they'll tell you, like, they be like, y'all like 50 years behind us. Y'all like 50 years behind. Like, this perfect place for a family. This ain't the perfect place for
a family. I ain't gonna lie.
Perfect place for the family, bro. Here. And that's why I said I would love to have my family here. I like this is the perfect place for like people like us where it's like, you can become a big celebrity and like kind of tuck away. Definitely. You know what I mean? You could tuck away here.
See, Raw Wade bought a house out here.
Yeah. You could tuck away out here.
I heard he be out here a lot.
50 bought houses out here a long time ago. Yep. You feel me? Like, yeah, but I feel you on that, bro. Like, going somewhere and not just visiting. Because, like, visiting can help you, too. Take some shrooms or something so you can really get it then. But going somewhere for just, a weekend or a few days, like, you got to see it like you only went there for the good time. You didn't go there to experience, like, life type thing. So if you want to at least try to understand the perspective that Los might be saying sometimes, go somewhere for 3 weeks, bro.
For sure.
That you that you don't know, and don't ask for help. Don't ask and when you do ask for help, ask people that you don't know that are from there and get where they tell you to go. What's the good food spot? You need to go here. Don't ask nobody that's just trying to send you to Denny's.
Okay.
Feel me?
we was in the A. Me and Shorty, we was on our way. Or I think it was either before or after we was leaving the Falcons game. We had this black lady that she was taking us to the game. We had this black lady. We was like, man, we're the best chicken. I really want some chicken while I'm down here. She was like, I don't know. I really don't eat chicken like that. I'm like, what the hell? she called her husband, and he said, I don't know. Popeyes. What? I said, hell no.
You come to Atlanta, you know Popeyes?
Everybody in the A, I am going to sound, I got a dish out real quick,
Everybody said Magic City, bro.
JJ's ain't it, bro. Don't tell me to go to JJ's, bro. JJ's ain't it, bro. Moving on, my fault. I had the dish out real quick. Shout out to the A, though. I'm going to come down there and fuck with y'all.
Well, so hopping from there, went through the HaiCuu and everything and how you got there. Let's talk about the Trauma Project a little bit, but not necessarily the overall project. Let's talk about that night specifically for the actual art prize event. You know what I'm saying? You put on a very emotional performance that day. Just talk about what it was like being in that room and being in that moment and just what that meant for you. I know it seemed to... I think I told you when we was at the Muse one day, I was like, bro, I actually really listened to your song, bro. And it's like, that shit really hit me. Like, a lot, bro. Yeah, bro. So, like, let us know how that moment felt and what it did. Okay.
But before you go, it's a question I got. Was the pieces made first and then you made the music?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Ours was. I'm not sure about you.
It was different for each person. Mm-hmm. So, like, I know for y'all's were.
Yep.
And I think it was like another one, but
there was some of them done, some of them not.
But the way he selected them for each person was like
was crazy,
very specific.
Man.
Now the piece for me that he made, so he made the piece separate from me making the track. Like so when they came together, like I had to explain to Scoop like. And shout out Scoop.
Yeah, shout out Scoop. Yeah, definitely shout out Scoop.
I had to explain to Scoop, like, you don't even know this about me, bro. But like
I remember he told me that.
I wanted to be anything. I wanted to be a boxer. Mm-hmm. I wanted to be the world champion of the world. Like
Mo Tyson.
Bro, what? I would like my favorite boxer, I wanted to be Muhammad Ali Mayweather. Type thing. I wanted to be, bro, what? I wanted to be like Ali, because, Ali was knocking niggas out, but I wanted to be Floyd because I wanted to be untouchable. You know what I mean? I wanted to be Ali Mayweather. You feel Ali May, you feel me? Ali May. That was going to be my name, Ali May. You feel me? But he painted that piece. He started it. I gave him a draft of the song before I finished it. And mind you, I think I sent him 2 other songs because I tried to cheat. I tried to cheat my way out of being vulnerable. And God was like, sit your motherfucking ass down. And I tried to cheat. And he was like, I need something for this. So that's when I tell people the story of like, I went to my girlfriend and I told her, I said, hey, when you come out this room, if you hear some sniffling and you see me under the cover, I am crying. I am crying, but it's a good cry, so leave me alone, because I'm writing this song right now. And she's like, when you an artist, like, and your partner isn't really, like, from that world, they look at you a certain way, like, well, what does that mean? It's like,
I understand.
It's fully. A lot coming out type thing. Like, it might not look like it, but for me, this is, like, a lot. And she was asking me, she was like, afterwards, I explained it to her, like, my process in writing the song. So, like, my process in writing that song specifically was I closed my eyes because I like meditating and stuff like that. I love meditation. So I closed my eyes, I meditated, and I was laying down. And what I would do is I would go through my memories. And I would go to wherever, I would think about everything I've been through. But the first thing that makes me cry is what I write about. So, like, when it starts with, first off, I used to watch my father fight my mother. First time I was traumatized watching brawls between 2 lovers. It's like watching, the first thing that I could remember hurting me was like, bro, I ain't got no bitch ass mama, bro. My mama taught me how to fight. So, like, the person that taught me how to fight, and like people be like, they know me for it, it's like my mom taught me how to fight, bro. So, like, I ain't had a mama where it's like she curled up, you know what I mean? Like,
hell no.
My mom bangs. Whoa. Like, it's days my dad won, it was days my mom won, it was days where it was a tie. But like just watching that. So what it did for me was like, I didn't play fight with girls. I ain't cause like I seen it as a boy, and like this play fight is only cool enough until I hit you. Like, and it's like even if it's like I'm playing it, it's like I'm gonna hit you harder than like this girl can ever hit you. It's like I didn't play, and then like I didn't think that was cool, type thing. Like when I seen boy and girls fighting, it was that. So like I didn't play fight with girls. The only person I would play fight with or like wrestle was my sister, type thing. I didn't play fight and wrestle with girls like that through that. So that's the first thing that made me cry. The second thing I remember is from my family. My mom, my nana, my mom, my nana, and granny can argue over some candy. So like how I was talking before the episode, like nigga, I come from straight dysfunction, like straight dysfunction. Like dysfunction so tough. We'll need another hour to talk about just black dysfunction in like households type thing. Cause like I'll put it like this. My mom's dad is also my great grandfather.
Oh damn.
You feel me? Like it's tough bro, over here type thing. Like it's secret beefs that like never like be spoken on, stuff like that. And it's like when we were talking about family trips, I said, bro, my family coming together in the same room. Shit. If you want to see some niggas arguing or fighting, like Christmas for me, last year and the year before, Christmas for me the past 2 years have been the best Christmases I had my entire life. Damn. At least as my adulthood. Because my family actually was able like to come together and be in the same room. Now, 2 years ago, they almost fucked it up, and I had to kind of like, hey, if y'all, because it was like tripping out some gifts or something like that. Bro, I put all my gifts in the bag. I said, take all this shit back. Like, you can take all this back. If y'all finna argue about some gifts, if we in here arguing about some gifts and this the best Christmas, my family tightened up after that, though. They was like, you right. Like, yeah. Like, I come from, like, dysfunction. Go back to the, now I'll go back to your question, where the performance. So the performance for me was like, so like goes to that, boom. It's like, then, so now the third thing I remember was like when my sister died. When she died within my arms, and I watched her spirit switch aside, but thank God he gave her back. I'm still dealing with trauma from that time to the day is all I say. So that was from, I was just talking to somebody I live with about that today, where it's like, I watched my sister die. Like, I watched it, I felt it, like, and I talk shit to her sometimes because I'd be like, it's a good thing you came back because you'd have fucked me up. She was like, why? I said, because your last words to me was, Joseph, help me, and then you just died. I'm like, dog, like, what the fuck? But I remember going into shock. Like, I remember, like, crying, like, it's gonna be all right, But then, like, when that happened, like, when people die, if you ain't ever experienced death, like, you really, like, you just be talking. Like, a lot of people just be talking, like, about, like, because they ain't never seen nobody die for real. They never seen, like,
up close and personal.
Bro, they never seen, like, the eyes of somebody not shine no more. Like, it's a real thing, bro. Like,
nah, for sure.
I watched it, you know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, like, when my sister, I was in the 4th grade type thing. Like, I had my sister. When she died, everybody in the car felt it. Like, bro, hit the brakes. I looked, I was just like, just keep going. Like, just like that, like, just keep going. Like, I went from crying to just keep going. And went to the hospital, and I had to hand her to the person. And I remember just walking and sitting down. And like another thing I was telling her about today, I said, when people be talking about that, I heard my mom cry a few times. I said, when her dad died, I heard her cry. You know what I'm saying? I seen my mom cry. I done heard cries. The cry from a mother when she loses her child, bro, is nothing that you ever want to put on somebody. Like, that cry, bro, like, you was talking about your brother. I lost my brother's birthday on the 14th, and I lost him to gun violence, bro. I feel you. Like, I feel you on that, bro. Like,
wasn't my blood brother, by the way.
This wasn't my blood brother, but our moms was best friends.
Type.
We were literally born 8 days apart.
Damn.
So, like, we grew up together. You feel me? And I lost him before I was 21. You know what I mean? Like, we was supposed to, like, the feeling of, like, I was supposed to get old with this nigga. We was supposed to be watching our parents die, nigga. Like, it's real, bro. Yeah. Like, it's real. Like, the stuff I was talking about in that song, it's like, I experienced watching domestic violence. I experienced coming home and being a part of a dysfunctional family, and how that dysfunction falls on your mom, and how that tries to fall on you, and you and your sisters got to come up with a pack and a plan to tell each other, hey, when it come to us, we gonna start over. We gonna end it here. Boy, and we have to make that decision as a kid.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, that song for me, it was like I was talking about everything I went through. My dad moving. I didn't realize my dad moving affected me until my 9th grade year, after I was going through the whole thing with like the school situation. I won't say it because I don't want to blow up the spot, but it was a school situation I went through my freshman year, and I had to go through therapy. And I remember sitting with my therapist, and she didn't even ask me shit. Like I was in a good mood. We was just
therapy
chilling.
is crazy,
bro. We was just chilling, bro.
Therapy is
like,
crazy.
Me and my therapist, we was cool, bro. Like, her name was Nicole. Like, what, Counselor Young? What, we was cool. And she just like was like, what's your relationship with your dad? Like, we already having a good conversation. Boy, I just broke down. Like, and I was what, 14? I was 15, so I just broke down. And like, she's like, what's wrong? Like, cause it's so sudden. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know. And she just started asking questions, like probing questions. And she was like, do you miss your dad? And that's when it was like, yeah, I miss my dad. Like, I didn't realize, like, cause I was used to seeing my dad every other weekend, you know, like the typical shit. Like, I was used to my little bit of trauma, you know what I'm saying? I thought I thought I didn't give a fuck. And then somebody asked me, and I was like, man, I miss my dad. Like, man.
As a sidebar quick, I just want to say, especially to black men, don't be scared to go to therapy, dog. I went, amazing, one of the greatest decisions I ever made when I was at one of my lowest moments. And I tell everybody, like, dude, even if you just go for a month here and there, sometimes you go in, you go out, maybe you ain't going all the time, go to therapy. Talk to somebody that's not biased towards anything you got going on, man. It is so helpful just to life and your happiness and your soul, your spirit, all that.
Mental health is very, very important, bro.
Real, you can pray all day, but God appointed people here to do that task for a reason.
Yes, sir.
Like, there's a reason why they're here. They're here to help people. Like, I promote anybody. Like, I was 15 at the time when I did therapy. I would do it again. I promote therapy to anybody, bro.
Yes.
Like,
anybody.
It's no reason.
Better help. We need that. We need that sponsor.
Better help. Tap in.
Tap in.
What getting real deep on this episode.
Better help.
For real.
Look, let me talk to Better Help. Better Help. Look, based on what you hear from my story, and not just my story, you can silently hear like the cries that even my brothers are saying. You know what I'm saying? So look, Better Help. If you want to push your initiative into a platform that takes mental health seriously and really want to help people with their mental health and help people seek therapy and, you know, get the wellness that they need, you should, you know, sponsor this podcast.
Absolutely.
You know, because we're doing it for free right now. But I think if we build a relationship, and not even just me, but I'm talking about them. I'm them right now. I'm their liaison right now. If you come down over here with us, I promise you will see 100% increase in your profits over here at the Risky Business Podcast.
We all about success over here, man. And the first step of success is a strong mental.
Man.
Boy. Yep. Let me see. Let me finish this song. Yeah. Okay. Boom. So my dad moved. That hurt me. My dad moved. So in the same time as when that happened to my sister, so my sister got this super rare fucking disease called myasthenia gravis. Only like 16,000. It was like 16,000, like 118 people ever got in history. She got the shit, but she got the only name like that. You know, it's a Tory with the E at the end. She's the only one with that name. So we always fuck with her. Be like, only your little unique ass would get the most unique illness you could possibly get. But so when that happened, boom, I just watched my sister die, come back to life. She in a coma. And then we just find out we find out all of that out. And then, boom, my granddad was staying in Pennsylvania. They done broke in his house. He got pistol whipped. He had a stroke. He was in his house for over a month. Fucked up. So my mom had to go get her dad and move him with us. This happened back to back. So, like, my dad moved. So this happens.
My dad moved.
So the song is chronological order, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is chronological order.
Wow.
Like,
And your sister living now today?
oh yeah,
Okay,
she's my older sister.
Got you. Okay, okay.
She
was there that night, wasn't she?
So yep.
Damn, shout out sis. You
the
a
person
powerful
I was
woman.
standing with my mom, and when I had the little boy and like it was a little girl, that's my niece and my nephew.
Okay.
Type thing.
Wow, that's powerful.
Oh
bro.
yeah, nah, she a soldier type thing. Yeah, that I know she's pretty good. She went to heaven allegedly. From not even allegedly, from what she said, she went to heaven. So I know at the end of life, my sister does go to heaven, and I don't care. That's the illest shit to me.
Not to sidetrack it, but just a quick question: do you feel your strength in religion comes from that moment?
Nah, cause I remember the day I was born, and me and all my sisters remember the day I was born, and mine is weird. Like nobody can tell me the Earth is flat, cause I seen it. Like before I was born, I remember looking at the Earth, and I know this is true because trauma saves memories. So like the only reason this is so significant and like I remember it so tough, cause I was like 3 or 4 years old. I was 3 or 4. And we will always have Bible study with my Nana. And my Nana wanted us to write down our first memory and draw a picture of it so she can keep it and show it to them when it's older. And I drew the earth with like stars and like some angels outside of it. And she asked me, she said, what is it? And I said, this is what my first memory is. Like, I remember looking at this and she laughed at me. And I remember she like laughed like one of them things like, man, you tripping. And I remember crying because I was like, why do she think I'm
serious.
lying?
Yeah.
Like she called me like, and one like for me it's like I'm very big on not lying. Type thing. So it was like, why does she think I'm lying about this? And I was only 3 or 4 at the time. I was like, I remember this. My little sister, and then confirmed it later on. My little sister remembered the first day she was born, and my older sister remembered the first day she was born. We all remember the first day we was born. Like, it's weird. So
It's crazy.
But I've been reading the Bible. I've been reading the Bible since I was from in the words of my Nana, I've been reading the Bible since I was 4 years old, bro.
Damn.
I ran from all of it and studied everything, bro. I didn't study Freemasonry. I didn't study Satanism. I didn't study Luciferianism. Bro, I didn't study the Vishnu. Like, bro, I didn't study everybody's religion just to find out, just to read The Alchemist and find out it's all the same. Just to read
The Alchemist is a very good book.
You
bro.
read just to read The Alchemist and hear the word maktub. Yeah. It's all written by the same hand.
The Alchemist
it's all the same story, bro.
Yeah, if you read it, you got to make sure you put yourself in the shoes. What's the main character name? Not Santino.
He didn't have a name. It was the boy.
Yeah,
they just called him the boy. Nope.
Didn't the girl have a name?
She had a name. He didn't have a name, and that's what make the story iller, cause it's the hero's journey.
Yeah. Okay. I thought he had a name, but no. But I just, regardless his name or not, make sure you read that from that being your perspective. That's what unlocks that book.
All right, back to the big moments leading up.
Yeah, so, boom, my granddad was going through all that stuff happened back to back, boom, and like all of that stuff happened before I was 13 years old. Like all of that happened when I was going from 4th grade into 5th grade.
Forced to grow fast.
Type thing. Like I watched my sister die, my sister in the hospital, like, then my granddad, boom. And then, like, the other part of that is, like, my granddad going through all of that and stuff like that. And it's, like, my granddad hit my little sister type thing one day. Like, because, like, we'll run from him and stuff like that. We kids, so we thinking this shit funny. We don't know, like, the severity of the situation. Like, we just thinking, like, man, Papa in here, he playing with us. He tripping. But he playing, you know. But he really would, like, have moments where he's in war. Like, I remember we couldn't find him, bro. Like, he walked, bro, like, it's stuff like, my granddad walked from, he was in like a mental hospital in Pennsylvania or something like that, like a Pine Res. He went to them niggas, talked to them niggas, got himself checked out, tricked them niggas out. Bro, he walked from where he was at to, like, Buffalo. Dang. Bro, and mind you, he was in Erie. He was in Erie, Pennsylvania. He walked to Buffalo.
Damn.
He walked to Buffalo, fucking New York.
They could put some miles on.
Bruh, like, he didn't have no bottoms of their shoes when they found him. Like, the bottoms of his shoes was gone. Like, he walked them out type thing. Like, basically, like, so that's, like, his mind. We kids, bro. Like, I'm going to the 5th grade. My little sister's going to the 2nd grade. We don't fucking fucking understand none of this shit going on. So we just running from granddad, stuff like that. We thinking this game. I run, boom, I hit the bottom, I turn, I hit the hallway, I go in the room. I see my sister, I'm like, it's one of them things like, come on, hurry up, come on through the door. But like, he was gaining on her. He was too close to her, so I'm like, hell no. So I closed the door.
Scary movie in real life.
I closed the door.
I feel like I'm watching a movie.
Right, that's what I said, scary movie in real life.
She hit the door, boom, I fell. Got up, my granddad right there. So, your kid's like, oh, no, give me. So she stand up. She said, you looked at me, and it's the funny shit. She said, it wasn't even fast. She said, I watched the whole punch come at me. She said, it was like this. She said, but when that mug hit me, she said, boy, I felt all the power. She said, it was just like that. Boom. She said, drive me. I came out the room. I come out. At this point, I hear that. I hear my sister cry. I come out the room. She like, granddad hit me. So, like, my granddad wasn't a big guy. You know what I mean? He was only like 5'6", and so he was only like 5'6". And at the time, I'm very close to his height, and I'm a kid, but I still feel like I can whoop some old ass type thing. So like, I grabbed my granddad, we wrestling up in the hallway, but like, I didn't want to fight him. I was like, granddad, like, and then like, I'm trying to talk to him, but like, I could see he not there. And then my mom came down. She said, Daddy. He stopped. That's when like he snapped out everything. He looked around. And he just started crying.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like it was like, damn. So it's like when I performed that song, that was the first time. So I performed this song multiple different times. I performed it at Muse. I performed it at All Works. Like very easy. When I'm by myself, allegedly, like apparently. But this was the first time I had to perform. I want to say this is probably the first time I ever performed. Like now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, probably the first time like I ever performed in front of my mom and my sister and my nieces and nephews. And like for me, it's like I'm talking about and telling the story about everything that I went through with these people from my perspective. My sister understands me. There's parts of this story where my mom might not agree with or understand. There's parts of this story where my dad might not agree with or understand. There's parts of this story where my grandmother and my aunts, and they gonna feel some type of way. And I gotta like express this part of me being vulnerable.
Because that was your perspective of what happened.
And how we triumphed through it. But it's like looking at the people, that I went through it with, it's like, looking at my mom, it's like, I watched that. Like, I watched you and my dad fight. And my dad apologized for it, you know what I mean? So it's like, I watched that go down. Like, when my sister died, your daughter died. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard you cry that day. You know what I mean? Then right after that, your dad going through that. Like, but no matter how you look at it, it might have felt like you were going through it alone. But, like, it affected all of us. In some kind of way. So I cried a lot when I wrote it, but like when I had to perform it in front of like my sister,
right in front of you, right there,
and my nieces, and like that was the other thing too. It's like outside of them, it's like bro, my nieces and nephews, bro, I don't know why they think I'm so cool.
Nah, you cool.
I am, but like
you're a cool motherfucker.
It's one of them things like I understand why I was so attached to my uncle. Like I was just, the nigga was just cooler than everybody to me for no reason. And, that's the reason I rap and stuff. And it's like, my niece draw because of me. Like, and I did that intentionally. Like, I would draw in front of her all the time. Like, and not just like draw, I would draw good. Like, I would never draw doodle pictures with her or nothing. Like, I'm drawing the biggest, illest pictures with her. And then I'm telling everybody she drew it. She did this. So everybody like, what? She did it? Yup, I just helped her. Like, I just helped her put it, but she did it. And then now, like, everybody call me, they be like, they done call me, the school done call me about your niece saying she's an illest artist. She a dope painter. She did, I'm like, I'm glad I wanted to make sure I gave her something. She got that from me type thing. My nephew, he just think I'm cool. Like, he just think I'm cool as hell. Like, I don't know what it is, you know what I mean? But when they was there too, it's like, okay, boom, these people think I'm cool, but I'm telling them, and they're young, so they don't understand it yet, but they'll have this memory of my uncle performed a song one day, and they ended up winning a competition. But he was very emotional, and it's like they go back. They're gonna be able to go back and listen to this song, and then now, fuck me, they're gonna go to their mom. Mom, like, you died before?
Yep.
Now my mom got to peel another layer. Now my sister, she got to peel a layer back. Like, or before they go to their mom, you go to your granny. Granny, mommy died before? Now my mom got to peel a layer. You know what I mean? Uncle, when did your dad move? Why did you talk about it? Like, you and granddad, y'all seem like y'all real cool. Yeah, but it was a lot that went into us getting this cool. You know, so like
that song, it really gives me the feeling of "Once an Addict" by J. Cole, and then also I think it's "Feel" by Kendrick Lamar. Anybody praying for me?
That's what I came from.
Okay,
that's where the idea came from.
Anybody praying for me?
Yep, it came from Feel. It came from Feel. And I want to say I was listening to Mr. Morale at that time. My favorite song on Mr. Morale is "Crown."
Oh man, me too. Yeah,
Crown. So like, I was listening to those.
Is that Crown?
Crown is the.
I was about to say that ain't Crown.
Crown is the.
That's the one with Kodak Black. What's the one with
Crown
Kodak Black?
is the. Dun, 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 dun. You walk around like everything is in control. Favorites come with favorites, and you can't say no. Bro, what? Like, go out your way to make the coin available. That's what I call love. Like, bro, that song right there. Anytime somebody needs you, you say no, and all you done, give them amnesia.
That album has aged so well.
And
I'll be out when that joint first came out, I was like, yeah. But
no.
now listening to it, I'm like, bro,
you felt like that when it first came out.
Bro, when it first came out, I was like, because it was so different from Kendrick.
It was so
different
from
biased,
Kendrick, bro. I've accepted that I'm biased, and Kendrick can't do no wrong for me. So
I didn't think it was bad. It just was like
that tape amazing.
The energy was just different.
What I was expecting. And me and my girl was in a toxic point in our relationship at the time, nigga. So everything that's going on in the song, I'm really dealing with it in real life, bro. I had to come into terms that I might have had a lust addiction through listening to that album. Like, when he was talking about the part where it's like my girl, instead of my woman leaving me, she seen that I just had a problem. So she pushed me into therapy. And then through therapy, I found out I had a lust addiction. I heard that song and cried. I went to my girl, like, I think that's what it is. Because, like, I'm with you, but, like, there's times where I want other women, and I really don't even want shit. I just want the power out of it, I guess. Type thing. I'm like, and I'll explain, I'm like, you think it's for satisfaction? I'm like, for me, it's power. I'm like, it's power. I'm addicted to power type thing. Like, the power of the situation, like, the power of making somebody feel good. Like, because I always want to make people feel good. And, like, when I listen to the album, bro, what? I discovered stuff about myself. Like,
So, recently you just graduated from Spring GR.
That was fun.
Yep. Just talk to us about Spring GR, what that meant, what you graduated from.
Spring GR was dope. Well, I had a bunch of cool teachers. I had Brooke. We had a bunch of cool teachers. But my main mentor is my dog Chris Mathis. Chris Mathis is the truth.
Name sounds so familiar.
You about know him, bro. He do a lot of business. Chris with a K. Yeah, he does a lot of business. Helps a lot of people. But yeah, I was in there. I love Chris because he pushed me. He pushed me. He was perfect for what I need. Type thing. Like, I'm only motivated a certain type of way. And like, it's a pro and a con. You know what I'm saying? Like, when shit too easy, I explained this to a nigga on my birthday when I was playing cup pong, because he had a black teammate. They was in the semifinal. They was undefeated, so it was one of them things. Like, both the teams was you needed to win twice in order to win the championship. Right. So they lost. They lost the first game. They won a game, and then they lost a game. But in the game they needed to win, the white dude partner didn't show up, which was the black dude. And I had to tell the black dude, hey, chill out, lock in. So once he locked in, next game they play for the championship, he showed up. Like, he showed up all the way. And I had to go to the white dude. I said, see, one thing you got to understand about black people, bro. If that shit ain't important, we ain't finna show up, bro. So that game that really ain't the championship game, like, bro, we up 3-0. These niggas ain't finna come back. I might come out there and fucking lay an egg. All right, now it's 3-1. All right, now let me activate. I said, black people, we really good at showing up when it's important.
Okay.
I said, if it ain't important, yeah, nigga, we ain't finna do a whole lot of showing up, you know? So, but, like, I feel like Chris kind of, like, figured that out about me
you
in a way where it's like, and it's like, or, like, just talking to me a certain way. Like, I do better when, like, people talk shit. I don't do good when motherfuckers.
Against the wall.
Yeah, like, I do better when motherfuckers. Like, that's how my mom was. Like, my mom, like, bro, I had a real ass mama. Like, I remember my last basketball game and the last time I played basketball, like, for an organized team. And it came after we lost it was a tight game. I played the whole season. And my mom was like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, son. Like, you straight, but this ain't for you. Type. You a 6-man on this sport, and I ain't coming here to watch a 6-man. You can be a starter somewhere else. And if this what you want to do, we finna get you a coach, and you gonna be the coldest. But like, I had a mom like straight to it.
Yep.
Like, I ain't finna
around the bush.
And look,
crazy.
bro, you trash.
That's crazy.
If you want to be the best, you got to be the best. That was whack. My mom was very real, bro. So, you know, I do best with that. So, like, I remember a moment where, like, Chris he didn't say nothing. Cause we was me and Brian at the time, we was
Shout out Brian.
We wasn't, well, I mean, shit, nah, excuses like assholes. We was on some bullshit in a way. Cause we wasn't making our meeting times the way we was supposed to make our meetings and shit like that. And he said a whole bunch of stuff, but the part I read is when he questioned my my want to win. I did not like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all. Like, I said, motherfucker talking like I don't want to win. Like, I'll show this nigga I'll win. So,
okay.
You know, it's like, but he said that too. He was like, you gotta get motivated outside of that too, which I do. I find my places now. Like, I find different ways to motivate myself. But yeah, that was fun, bro. It taught me, cause like a lot of the stuff I already kind of like knew in a way. You know what I mean? Cause business ain't really that hard. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be noble. Like, it's really that simple. If you're noble, bro, business is pretty simple. You know. But it taught me the ins and outs. It taught me about like why certain things are the way they are, like LLCs. What's the best route to go? How to get grants? How to get fundings? You know, that type of stuff. It was super dope. It was super cool. So that was that though. Spring GR was pretty dope, bro. It was a dope experience.
Shout out Spring GR.
Definitely. So you got anything?
I just wanted to speak on because we talked about a lot with the HaiCuu events. We talked about your early days. We talked about mid. What's the future? You didn't touch on the future.
Oh,
I
so
would love to see how you want to take it.
I like that. I like that. So this is the real thing. The real thing is, eventually I will not be hosting the HaiCuu. I am going to. There will be a HaiCuu Experience, but my task, that for the first time somebody hearing this, and kind of that I'm voicing, for the first time that I'm voicing publicly. I always talk about this in private with my people, but my task going forward with the HaiCuu for the rest of this year is essentially I'm going to be looking for a host. I love talent. I love scouting talent. So I'm going to be looking for somebody to host it because I don't plan on living in Grand Rapids. You know what I'm saying? I don't plan on living in Grand Rapids. I already don't like a lot of you niggas. I'm just be that person. I'm just be real. I don't like a lot of you niggas. I don't. I don't, care to be around y'all. The women spend their money with me, and that's all that matters. And the niggas, that's real. Real niggas and real women spend money with me. Everybody else, I really don't care. Really don't like y'all. But like that's part of the reason why like I do the show the way I do. Like, cause like I really don't like being in front of people all the time type thing. Like I would rather make the haiku and like be Russell Simmons without like having to move to Taiwan. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to sit in the background, coordinate the show, put a host out there. If I need to get up and, you know, like,
say some word.
You know, like Chris Rock gets slapped, you know, I need to come up and, you know, host for like 5-10 minutes so he can get his act together. You know what I mean? I'll do that. You know what I mean? There'll be special times where I do host, but
that's crazy to hear you say, man, because sorry to cut you off, but
No,
it just really was crazy because, you know, from the day I met you, I've always said, like, yeah, that dude, I told Jakai, me and Jakai had this conversation probably a couple months ago. I said, that dude is a star.
For sure.
And I've always said that from day one. Like, it's just the energy with which you hold yourself and the way you do things. And so it's just kind of crazy to hear you say, like, I kind of want to be in the background because you just have such a front stage energy.
Why you think I wear a mask all the time? Like, it's a part of, like, yeah, I like it, but it's like a real thing. Like, I don't like people being I got, like, I secretly have, like, I figured out I secretly have, like, slight social anxiety. Like, when there's a lot, if I'm not prepared, like, the reason why I can do the haiku and, like, stuff like that is because, like, I'm mentally prepared. I'm mentally prepared to, like, see that too. Yeah, like, and the environment ain't, I conducted and conduced this whole environment, so I know what's in it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not worried about a threat. I'm not worried, like, the worst thing that's gonna happen if you act up, every nigga in here is finna beat your ass.
Act you out.
Like, and drag you out. But luckily, I'm just gonna come to you and tell you, bro, it's too many bitches in here, bro. What you doing?
Like, come on.
Like, bro, it's too many women in here, bro. Like, what is you doing? Like, somebody grandma in here, bro. Like, you gonna do this right now, bro? Like, you know, you spent your money, bro. You gonna mess the bag up with everything else? Like, I just talked to somebody, but like, I love being in the background, bro. Like, why you think I'm always a person like, what you need help with? Like, you need help? Oh, you need this? You need that? I got you. You know what I mean? And stay out the way. But my goal for the future for the haiku is I will be hosting them, but I'm going to start, like, trying to find and incorporate new hosts. I'm find a chick, really. I'm gonna find a dope girl to do it.
Put y'all apps in.
I have an idea of somebody that I might want. It'll be a matter if she wants to do it. I got a few people in mind.
For sure.
But my goal is to keep that going, but I want to transfer it to where I can sit in the background because I want to make music. And doing the haiku, like, it take a lot of time and, like, energy. Like, when I coordinate all this shit, it'd be like, oh yeah, go record. I'd be like, motherfucker, I feel like I just made an album. I'm finna go take a break. Like,
tight.
I'm trying to drop, and, you know, that's why I need to make music, because I want to drop and move around. I ain't gonna get paid for it for 90 days anyway. Sure. You know, like, so that's my goal for that. Coordinating the events, but I'm gonna start doing, like, other cool things, because the brand or the business name is Llama State Productions. So Llama State Productions is the media platform, the thing that everything stems from. So basically, it's the big it's the handle to the umbrella. The haiku is one thing. Then you got the cool section. That's the big thing I want to start pushing back and bringing back. Friendly competitiveness and, like, rap and music and stuff like that. Cause, like,
aren't you the one that sponsored the rap battle that was at the
that
news?
Was me.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That was mine. Yep. Yeah, and I got sponsored from a guy that came from New York. That I was part of another program, and he just seen the haiku. He seen the haiku and was like, so, like, I didn't pay for none of that. Like, bro, I'm one of them people, like, I never broke even. I never just broke even. And a lot of stuff I got blessed with. And I don't take that for granted. But I also understand it from a business perspective, because it's like, you win more with me than without me. So, like, even if it's a thing where it's like, I don't get paid, you don't get paid, but, like, or I get paid, you know, through here and here, and I got to pay for X, Y, and Z. But, like, you'll win more through the look. Like, people don't come here. People don't want to come here, like, and spend their money here. You might not charge me, but you could charge the next person because they're going to see me here and they're going to want to be in this venue. Like, not to sound like that or be arrogant, but it's like every venue I've been in, somebody followed me right after. You know what I mean? Like, they made their money, you know, and I didn't. And, like, they'll come to me, I'll be like, if you paid, I paid. They be like, you know, if you paid, I paid, you know, but I got off the love most of the time. Like,
type. I did have one more thing. This one kind of outside of the risk takers. Chase, you got anything else before
I was just gonna ask about the mixtape.
Okay.
Oh, my mixtape.
Bring the mixtape up first, and then we're gonna end with the bullshit.
Hold on, y'all did tell me y'all did say y'all had a question.
Yeah, he did. We'll end with that.
That's fine. Okay, so my mixtape. So I went through a few different names. And the only reason I went through a few different names because I had a few different angles that I was gonna approach it from. But I came up with this one because, and I call it the prologue, because this is my super secret plan. I only plan on making 6 albums.
The rest of your life?
Like,
oh wow.
Because my name's Joseph. Joseph is 6 letters. So it'll be 3 albums and 3 EPs. So you'll get an album, some filler, an album, some filler, you know what I mean? But so that way, when you put them together, like, I was nerd, bro. I was a big manga head, bro. So like, did you read manga, bro?
For sure.
Did you get the volumes?
For sure. Well,
So when you got
I got them from the
no,
library.
you know what I'm saying? Oh, we used to steal, bro.
Yeah,
we used to hit the library and steal them.
We know what you're talking
What?
about. Yeah.
You ain't no Dragon Ball Z mangas. Ain't no Naruto Shippuden mangas, bro. What? We used to go to the library and steal all the mangas. Like, soon as
where
they
they at? Oh, they ain't never get checked back in. You know,
exactly,
little nigga,
bro.
like,
What? We was tearing the mangas up. So like, so look, you know how you'll put the mangas and like they make a whole thing type thing, like when you put the titles together. So that's why I want to make 6 tapes. So where it's like, if you want to know who I am, the entirety of it is one project.
Fire.
And it'll be called The Book of Joseph.
Fire.
So it's like, this is the prologue. Fire. The next one is chapter 1, and it's called Revenge. Chapter 1 is very loud. That's where I got Step Back on. So like the song Step Back, all those, the Ragers, that'll be on there. I didn't want to put those out first though, because I got to introduce myself.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be too in people's face.
That's a hell of an introduction for motherfuckers that don't know you hearing that.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, Step Back is ill. That's one of my best songs ever. But I want to come out the prologue first so I can introduce myself and express myself in the ways that I want to, where it's like, nah, like, I'm a very humble and cool individual, but I'm also a person who, like, I like ripping heads off and, like, you know, and rapping in people's faces. And I'm just confident in my ability, like, not just about rapping, but like songwriting. Like, I'm a tremendous songwriter at the end of the day. Like, some of the songs, typically, not even some, most of the songs that I write, I'm writing them from a perspective of, if this artist was doing on this song, how would they attack it? What would they? And then I'll be like, okay, boom. So I write my verse like that. Like, I essentially like try to write for my favorite artist. And then I put it together in like the illest way, because it'd be like, man, if I heard this song, man, a song by Tyler with Cardi and like Ye, man, that'll be an ill song. What it'll sound like, and I'll make it.
Tight.
You know,
tight,
so
tight.
Yeah, this is gonna be the intro. This one's gonna have a lot more raps. It'll have a few. I think it'll have like 2 songs like that are really songs, but like most of them are just straight.
Do you have a release date?
April, bro. I don't have a day, but.
April, we on y'all head.
Yeah, April, because like a side conversation we had where it was like, I want to shoot some videos. You know, I want to get my content together. So that way I'm just not coming on. I want to go in there raw, bro. You know.
Pause.
No, that's real. You don't even gotta pause that. You ain't gotta pause that.
That boy been saying a couple pause.
Oh no.
I want to go in, bro. What? I'm gonna go raw.
Type. But rolling into the last one, we ain't put no names out there because we ain't getting nobody no unnecessary clout. But you always got something going on, bro. You are a very funny motherfucker outside of your creative and your artistry.
Bro, I just be honest, bro.
For sure. So tell me about Shorty on Facebook putting your Cash App on there about dining and dashing, bro. Please,
bro.
talk to
Okay,
me
so
about
look,
that, bro.
that had nothing to do with me.
I know that's why.
Like
it's
that's the
mad
worst
funny,
part,
bro.
The worst part is
What happened?
all right. So look, and I have to use this nigga name because this nigga name is the reason why my name was attached to it. So my friend's name, CJ. His real name is something else. I will not say his full government name because I don't know if he wants his full name out there.
No, we ain't gonna do it.
My friend's name is CJ. Christine Wynn?
I'm blurring that out. I'm blurring that out.
He can blur it. I'm going to say it. And I know how to say it. I know it's not Nagawin. I know it's Wynn because I'm cultured. I was the only one that was cultured in there. I was the only one that knew how to speak to the Japanese chef and tell him I want it served to me. However, what's the word is omakase. Omakase means so like if you go to Japan, next time you go to Japan, say omakase to the sushi chef. It means basically I don't know what I want. I'm gonna leave it up to you.
Type chef choice.
Let him get in his bag. So I'm the only person in there cultured, understand everything, blah blah blah. And I think that's probably one of like. Being a star sucks sometimes, bro, because you stand out in times where you're really trying to sit in the background. Sure. I'm here to support my friend. I'm talking to this grandma about God. We have a great conversation. Good night. This is the funnier part of the story. Now I get to tell this part. The funnier part of the story is, so when we were leaving, we had to pay for our tabs. I forgot one of my cards. So when I gave him my Cash App card, but then it hit me. I said, but it hit me because I said, damn, I ain't transfer my money. He came back. He said, I was like, before you even said it, I said decline, didn't it? He was like, yep. I showed him my bank account so he could see my money. I said, look, I got bread. And then I transferred it in front of him. And I said, go back and do it again. I got my receipt and everything type thing. So like, he was like, boom. He was like, came back, gave me a receipt, gave me one to sign, bang, bang, boom. I'm good. Keep in mind, I am here for CJ's birthday party. So we leave.
You sound like a Kevin Hart story.
I go home. Bro, I go home. What? I'm in there, bro. I was drinking. My girl at the house. It's finna be a good night. It's finna be a great night for me. I don't know about everybody else. It's finna be a great night for me. So I go in the house. I have a great night, bro. Great night. Go to sleep. Wake up in the morning. And I just get up and I see I'm tagged, and I'm like, well, okay, like, but it's by somebody I don't really know, but I know them. So I'm like, you know, people always tag me and shit, like, and it'll usually be some shit like tag somebody you want to see perform, or tag your favorite post, something crazy. Tag somebody that doesn't. So I'm typically tagging like a lot of stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, let me see. I click it, and we all types of bitches and hoes and broke ass. We dashed out. So I'm like, okay, that's one thing. But as far as I know, everybody I'm with had paper.
Type. So
I'm like, who the fuck didn't pay? Because we didn't rush out. We did not rush out. We didn't rush out. We sat in the parking lot for a second. Like, we didn't, like, scram.
Type
thing. The person that allegedly, I wouldn't say, the person that had the payment issue, they sat and we talked before we, like, nobody was scared, bro. Like, nobody.
They did it smooth.
Bro.
They did a dining stroll.
Bro, we didn't do, so I get up in the morning and I see that, but, like, my biggest thing is, like, why the fuck is it my shit?
Bro,
like,
every comment, bro.
Why is it my shit? Like,
type.
So they had like your Cash App card?
Because on Cash App
account.
my name is Cuu Josama. So CJ.
Oh, okay.
So because the itinerary for the that was reserved was under CJ because it was CJ's birthday. Gotcha. So she's in her fucking mind put CJ and Cuu Josama together, screenshotted my shit, and said my party, and I was just a fucking guest. Bro, I was so goddamn mad. I said, see, I'm like, and this shit like this, I'm like, I don't like when motherfuckers do shit like that. Because it's like, one, you said you called the police already. You should leave it to the police then, right?
Okay.
2, the way you posted this shit is like there's no money that was like sent because you clicked my profile and I never sent you no money. Mm-hmm. So you see a big ass zero. You see a big ass zero on there like, oh yeah, nigga, shout out. Like, so I done hit the group chat of all the people I went, cause we in the big ass group chat. I done hit the group chat. I said, which one of you motherfuckers ain't paid? I said, who the fuck ain't paid? Before I make a scene, I just need to know what's going on. So now I come to find out from them, they called them, they answered, they said something went on, but it was late and it was closing at the time. So they said, we'll pull up. My party, the people that were in my party said, talked to somebody on the phone and told them they will pull up tomorrow morning when they open or whenever they open to handle the situation. So that way, you know, everything good. Mind you, bro, we done spent over a rack. Cause it's like 15, bro. We have Fujian. We done spent over a rack. My meal was $56. My man's meal was $48. You know, we done spent over. You know, we done spent with tip motherfuckers. We drank at the bar, bro. We done spent some money in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Off the rest of the dash for $100, you stupid motherfucker. Like, that don't even make sense. In fact, we had somebody in our party that could have paid for everybody's food, his own damn self. So money was not the issue. You know what I mean? And that was my problem. It was like, my biggest issue is I know, one, bitch, you listening to too much Lotto and that ain't even a part of your culture. That ain't even your culture. You need to go listen to what's that instrument where the bitch played a little guitar thing? You know what I'm saying? You
Mandolin?
That's what it's called. Cause they speak Mandarin. So
we getting too messy on here now.
You know what I'm saying? Cause she was Chinese. They not Japanese. They Chinese in there, but it's a
Asian.
Japanese restaurant.
Gotcha.
No. I had a Vietnamese girlfriend. I know the difference. I know what Vietnamese is. I know what South Korean is, and I can look at them and tell you who is who and where they from. It's not like if you really know, you can tell who is who. Them Chinese box head. Never mind, let me chill. But them motherfuckers, we chilling, man.
Bruh. Remember, better health. Better health. Right. We need y'all to come ally us mental health.
He needs some help. This brother needs some help.
I ain't even asked for my refund. I was so goddamn mad. My girl, she said, "What you do?" I said, "I just let that shit go." She said, "How you just let it go?" I said, "Cause I know I'm gonna take it too goddamn far."
No cap.
I just let it go. I ate. My food was good. You ate the food the next day. You know, it's the Risky Business podcast, man.
Chase, you got anything you want to say in closing?
Nah, brother, just love you. Appreciate you coming through.
Always, man.
Every episode, you know, we highlight a risk taker, and our sponsor is Stock the Bar Vodka. So every episode we get the bottle.
Shout out Mr. Daryl Reese.
Shout out Daryl Reese, man.
I get the bottle?
You get the bottle.
Shut your ass up, I get the bottle.
Okay. Yep.
I got my first podcast gift. And damn, I can't even say the podcast I was on because the person I was on, he ain't even here no more, and it's kind of sad. Rest in peace, Kev, bro.
Rest in peace, Kev.
Rest in peace, Kev, bro. 7, keep your head up, bro. I know that was your man's, bro. Y'all were the first. Y'all were one of the first podcasts. I'm too high for this shit. That was one of the first podcasts I've been on.
You said 7? Like the 7th?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because I about to say, I know 7.
Nah. I know who you talking about.
Yeah, I know you.
No, it's not him. It's not him. They damn near got the same name. He's got a TH.
Okay.
But yeah, I was. Rest in peace, Kev. It goes back to the mental health thing, bro. Because I want to say, did he commit suicide?
I don't know who you're talking about. So just I respect whoever you're talking
what?
about.
Kevin Kroger, bro. Y'all know who Kevin Kroger is? Bro, look, Kevin Kroger was a photographer. He was on the podcast. He was on the I want to say he DJ'd too, bro. Like, but that was one of the first podcasts I was on. Theirs was weed, so I was up there smoking. But they didn't give me no gift, so I was gonna crack a joke. But I'm like, damn, like, dog ain't even here. So like, this one for you, dog.
Tell them about the vodka, Los.
Oh yeah,
Stock the Bar Vodka, man. How many times it distilled, man?
7 times.
Oh man, y'all gotta tap in. Bro.
Where you need to get it at?
AC Hotel.
And they make it the best.
But if you don't want to pop up to the AC Hotel, tell them how many Myers you can get them in.
I can't remember, but it's a lot. It's over 100.
Every single one.
Is it every single one?
I went into Myers the other day. I said, "Where's Dr. Bar Vodka?" She said, "What you talking about? I don't know what that is." I said, "Come over here real quick. This true story. I swear to God." Went in there. She was like, "I never heard of that." I said, "No. Look at this one next to the New Amsterdam. This just is official." She's like, "Oh my God." I said, "It's Dr. Bar Vodka. Give me a bottle. Let's get up out of here."
And where he at now too?
He inside the airport.
Yes, sir.
He inside.
I was about to go to the airport.
I thought the name was familiar. I seen bro on my timeline. This is.
Yep.
Yeah.
He inside.
That's our
and he like
sponsor.
the first
black
yeah.
owned.
Yeah.
He in a pyramid scheme.
Yep.
He
everywhere you go,
everywhere,
pretty much.
man. You
You
chill
can't
out
miss him.
anywhere you want to get a drink. Leave that Tito's alone.
Manando. All that.
Leave in New Amsterdam alone. Leave all that alone and go get you a bottle of Stock the Bar vodka and get you, you know what I'm saying, nice lemonade at the AC.
You ain't never drank black and light at the same time.
Never.
Hey. And our last thing that we like to do is we like to ask the risk taker that's on the show if there's any risk takers they would like to nominate to be on the show. So if they, whatever their name is, shout them out to the camera.
Y'all know y'all gotta get Kai, bro.
Oh, you already know.
I know that's already an episode in the works.
Yeah.
But and I think I know what he's waiting for because we know.
We know.
We put something together.
We know what he got coming.
But by the time this come out, this will be out after his whatever he got going on.
Yeah.
We plan on doing something with his listening party.
Okay, yep, okay, yeah.
So I mean, I can say this.
Well,
This ain't gonna be out.
I didn't want to say it.
They won't see this then.
Okay, bet.
You got a couple of people you after.
Okay, bet. So I want to see Kai on here.
Give us 3.
I know. I got you. I want to see Kai on here. Chris is too busy. Y'all will have a good conversation with Chris.
Chris who?
Mathis.
Chris Mathis.
Chris Mathis.
Yeah.
We try
but I'm telling you, he's too busy. I know him.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna figure something out.
Figure something out.
We might know you.
That would be a future episode.
We know
We'll set the
people.
mic up
Trust
next to your bed, nigga.
Yeah, I like Chris Mathis. I think that'll be a fun conversation because he talks business, he talks marketing.
We want all that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the type of
The
conversation.
Eat us some gems.
Because I like this podcast too because it feels like a hip hop earning leisure. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's an educated hip hop show.
I love that.
Without hip hop being spoken about all the time.
Hip hop is definitely what we are entrenched in, but we trying to get the whole culture to get other sides.
Anybody who doing anything outside of the norms of society, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't no shot at nobody who got a bachelor's or doctors. We ain't talking about y'all. We talking about people who don't, no matter how hard they work, they might not ever get it.
It's a woman. Let me see what's her name. It's a woman with a juice bar, bro. Y'all need to get her.
Why you trying to find that? What's this?
Okay, so I was walking. So I'll pick that up a second. So, cause I took the bus to get here. So
I know who sold you that.
Huh? That man on the corner.
I love that dude.
The
I
homeless
got
man,
one of them too. It's somewhere in the closet. Every time I see him, if I got a couple dollars, I'm gonna buy one.
I bought one, yeah, because I was like, because I left my wallet. So like, even me getting on the bus was like a blessing because I left my wallet. My for some reason, bro, I got money on my cards, but it didn't work. Like it was telling me.
See the way my checking and my savings is set up.
Bro, I transferred. I knew I got some bread on me. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple dollars on me. I ain't rich, but I got a couple dollars on me. Like I had enough bread to get here, type thing. So, I went and I tried to pay for the bus, but that didn't work. And the dude, I asked him, I was like, "There a way?" I was like, "So," I'm like, "Can I go inside, basically go try to get a ticket?" He was like, "Or you can just ask me to get on for free." And I was like, "You right." You know what I mean? And that fucked me up. Fucked me up bad. Man, you right. So I sat down, and when I got off, cause I got off kind of early. That's when I called you. I'm like, "Hey, my shit finna die."
Because when you said you was on Sparks, I said, "God dang."
Because the 5 don't come all the way through here.
But the 5 don't come down?
Not for real.
Yeah, don't tell her. It's an undisclosed location.
Yeah,
about 50 cameras in here, though.
Your house is definitely, like, A nigga come here, you deserve to die. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay,
you pull up here with some smoke.
We got cameras and we got everything here, bro. I ain't playing around with
or without a camera. If you pull all the way out here on some beef, you deserve every bullet. Right. You deserve to like Drake on stage.
All right, man. Let's get to the let's get to the last name so we can wrap this up.
My last name. I feel like it would be a disservice if you don't bring Ski.
Oh, he already on the list.
We chopped it up.
We already chopped it up.
Then let me pick somebody else.
Yeah.
That's a good reminder, though, because we was just talking about some people and we didn't bring them
He
up.
do, like, no matter how nobody feel.
That's a good third.
Oh, no.
That's a good third, bro.
He put in a lot of work, bro.
Yeah, Ski is that guy.
Shout out
like, we're not going to play around.
I'm pretty
Sunny
sure.
Ski. Shout out Sunny Ski is that guy.
Y'all got Speed?
Speedy?
I just talked to Speedy today.
Speedy is on the list.
He got a tape
take him ready to drop too.
Yep. He said he ready to get it.
He did. I was just thinking about it today.
He hit me up.
Okay, bet.
Man, then fuck all that. Steven Smith, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I
was thinking about him.
This is Steven type of like thing, bro.
Yep.
What?
Yep. So yeah, definitely. Shout out Steven. Shout out Muse.
And Steven, because you see what it is right now, bro. You see they set up, bro. When you come up here.
We
might
going
to the Muse.
If you do, whether you go where we set up at right now with them or they go to you, give them a piece to put on the wall, bro.
We need some.
Give them a piece to put on the wall. We see you on the news with your son.
Yes, sir.
We see you.
Bring us the whip. We want the car. Bring the car right in here.
You feel me?
We
Bring
want
it
to do
in
it right on in the car right here.
for real. You know what I mean? But Steven,
shout out Steve.
Steven, at you.
You the one.
Steve gave me a big blessing last year, man. That
Bro,
dude is
out of my
incredible
3
guy.
people, I would say get Steven. Steven, when you do come, make sure you leave them with an RP so that way you want to set forever.
We can go gift for gift. Yep. But bring us that car. My dog, this has been a wonderful episode, man.
Appreciate you boys,
this
man.
is the Risk Takers, man. We got Cuu Josama, the Dalai Lama. We got Chasing Summer since when?
Since 87.
Come on, man. We got the whole thing over here. Pause. Let's go. We out.